Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and other allies in the Middle East are rejecting Trump's proposal to take over Gaza and relocate the 2 million people already living there. Palestinians themselves are also condemning the plan, saying their national and ethnic identity is rooted in the land. CBS News contributor Robert Berger has the latest from Jerusalem. And Robert, thank you so much first off for joining us today. The comments about the United States taking over the Gaza Strip, how does this affect the ceasefire deal?
That's the big question because right now we're in the middle of the first phase of the ceasefire. That's a 6-week, 42-day ceasefire. And negotiations on the second phase are only just beginning, actually due to begin around this weekend. So the big question is what is going to happen now that Trump came out with this bombshell proposal? Will Hamas be willing to release the remaining hostages? That's about 50 or so, 60 maybe hostages dead and alive in that second phase, if they feel that they have nothing to gain by this, if the end game is to throw them out of Gaza, Hamas, and to displace around 2 million Palestinians. So they may decide to hold on to the only leverage they have, which is the hostages. And in that case, the ceasefire could collapse.
Wow. Okay. So I have to ask about authority here, because does the United States even have the power or authority to take over the Gaza Strip?
No, they wouldn't, certainly by international law. I think Trump, his idea is that this would be part of a broader peace agreement between Israel and the Arab world. And then theoretically, the Arab world would maybe go along with Trump's plan to go into Gaza. But it's impossible. It's really virtually impossible to imagine that the Arab states would agree to that. It's possible that this is just an opening proposal, kind of like what Trump did with Mexico and Canada with the tariffs and then back down. Maybe it's some kind of an opening proposal to leave some room for bargaining in his bigger vision of a Mideast peace.
And President Trump's proposal calls for Palestinians to resettle elsewhere. Is that even possible when you consider that neighboring countries like Egypt, Jordan, and even Saudi Arabia, they have said they do not want to be part of any resettlement? So where would Palestinians go if this plan is actually put into action?
Trump keeps doubling down when asked about the refusal of Egypt and Jordan to take in these Palestinians. He says, oh, they will. And he says it with some confidence. It's possible that he'll do some arm twisting with Jordan and Egypt, who are big recipients, especially Egypt, of U.S. aid. And then Trump has also said he believes other countries would be willing to take some of these Palestinians. It's hard to imagine it happening right now. It'll be interesting to see when the king of Jordan, Abdullah, comes to the White House next week, how all of this plays out.
All right, we'll wait and see. Robert Berger, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.